into our fighting stance. Now, from here, roundhouse kick from the back leg, we're going to lift the knees straight up, pivot, extend the leg and put it back on the floor behind us. So I'll show you nice and slowly. Up, pivot, kick, back on the floor behind. Okay? So have a look at that a little bit quicker. There we go. So, points to note here. Your knee wants to come straight up and your body turns. See? My body's turned sideways. I kick out and put my leg back behind me. It's very important that you get your body side on. It's also very important that you lift your knees straight up. If you start coming around like this, it becomes a lot easier for your opponent to see your technique coming. And if you come up like this, you could be doing any number of other kicks. As you come around like this, it's very obvious what you're doing. So, from here, and back down. The other thing you'll notice is my knee comes farther across my body when I initially pivot my hips over. Comes up, over. My knee's here. When I kick, my knee moves into position now, making a straight line with my body and my leg. Now, one way you can help to get that correct alignment is point your foot towards the wall. That doesn't mean that your foot is close to the wall, it's going to be far enough away that you can lean back. There. I point my knee up. My hips are tilted sideways. I'm looking over my right shoulder. I extend my kick. See? There. So, when you throw the kick from the back leg, this is possibly the hardest way of throwing a roundhouse kick. You have to get your body around. You have to turn your body into the kick. That also adds power. And back behind. Now you also notice my foot comes back the shortest way. It goes up, then straight back down. Up and around, straight back down. What you don't want to do is this. You try and turn around like that. That takes a lot longer and it uses your abs and your core a lot more. Now you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's a good idea, I'll get a core workout. Yeah, what happens is it uses your lower back a lot and you'll end up with an achy back. So a couple more times. One, good. Other points to notice, my hands are staying here. I'm not doing this when I throw the kick. When you throw any technique, you're opening yourself up for a counter-attack. You don't want to be counter-attacked. It's not nice. Try and keep your hands in your guard position. There you go. Let's have a look at this from the side. So from here, there we go, nice. Okay, now we're going to go on to lead leg kicking. Kicking with your front leg. Now this, in many ways, is easier because your stance means that you're almost already sideways on. You only have to turn this much. Now, as I said, there are 3 different ways of kicking using your lead leg. We're going to start kicking with the lead leg without moving. So from here, I lean back. As I lean back, putting my weight on my back foot, I lift my knee. Notice there, I lift my knee up, pivot around, kick. Then put it back down on the floor in front of me. There. From there, lift my knee, lean, pivot, kick, and put my foot back on the floor. Common mistakes when doing this is that. That's what we call dead legging. If you do that, you'll end up in a wider stance. And it happens because you're not pulling your foot back. Remember, every time you throw a punch or a kick, you need to snap your foot back, or your fist. Whatever you're striking with, you need to pull it back as fast as possible. So up, boom, pull it back, and put it back down in the same place that I lifted it off the floor from. I'm in my good fighting stance. There, and back on the floor. There, back on the floor. That is lead leg roundhouse kick, but we're not moving. What if the person I'm fighting is farther away from me? Well, I need to cover some ground. So there, I'm going to utilise a skip. I'm going to skip my back foot in, and then do the same. Lift my knee up, turn and pivot, kick, and then back to my original position. Or I could be a bit more aggressive and continue the attack. In, kick, and then continue the attack with something else. From the side, in, up, pivot, down. Or in, kick, and okay, so that is a skip in roundhouse kick. Now, it's quite easy. It is, you will cover more distance with a skip in roundhouse kick because you're bringing your foot all the way in to your other foot before you start the kick. The next one is possibly the most complicated, the hardest to do, but it's the most useful. It's the most useful because it's the least telegraphed. You're not showing your opponent what you're doing before you do it. When I skip in, anybody I'm fighting, they see me move my back foot. They know that I'm going to throw something at them. They know that I'm coming forwards with either a punch or a kick. Now, if I don't want to let them know what I'm doing, the first thing I'm going to do is move this front knee. It's the first thing that's going to move. So from here, there. And my back foot slides under me. However, my back foot will only slide forward to where my centre of gravity now is. From there, there. So I don't go quite as far forwards. But my opponent doesn't see what I'm doing until my knee is lifted. So from here, in. From here, you see that? Now this is something that takes quite a lot of practice. What you have to do is you have to have your good fighting stance. You've got the same amount of weight on each leg. As you lift this knee, you are propelling yourself with your back foot. Like that. As you lift the knee, you're also going to rotate as soon as your knee gets into position. And kick as soon as your knee's in position. So a lot of things happening at the same time. It takes quite a bit of practice to get it off, to get it right, but once you've got it, it's a very effective attack. And there you have it. There are 4 different types of roundhouse kick. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.